You're what it do, YouTube. It's your boy Eli the Rebel. Happy Martin Luther King Day today, for those that celebrate that like me. So I'm using this time right now to explain what's going on and what you're seeing right now on your screens right now. So there's been, for some odd reason, there's been a combination of, incomplete games, due to the freaking, servers and all this stuff, right? So there was a combination of some forfeit wins here and things of that nature. So like incomplete battles. So it's just footage of four separate battles that you're seeing right now. So we got Q the Costa Rican, we got Lars, there's some players. There's some players in this, okay? So I put all of the footage together as just background filler, just to explain what's gonna be happening with the channel and things like that. I still can't say what league I'm doing next. Hasn't been promoted yet, so I just have to, dial it back and be like, don't say anything. But what I can say is that, what's it called? We did finish the draft. Obviously, I can't reveal it, right? Because, that's going to be its own video type thing. There's a format based around this special format. We drafted a team. That's all I can say on the matter. But it is going to be, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's probably going to be the one and only league that I'll do from start to finish for the year 2025. And I say this because I would say by the time this league is over, one of two things is going to happen. Either we're going to be in the progress, people in the progress are going to be playing Legends CA, or Legends people are done playing Legends CA. And I'm not buying that stuff. I didn't buy Legends Arceus, so Legends CA hasn't really been a thing for me because Legends Arceus doesn't have a competitive, there's no way to battle competitively against other players through Legends Arceus. So why would I get ZA? Unless ZA, unless there's a way to get to play other people on CA, I'm not buying it, right? However, I will be bringing back the, I gotta finish what I start, you know what I'm saying? So we left off halfway into season 5 of the Grand Canyon University. So that's I'm gonna be streaming that again when this league is done. And it's not that I don't hate Gen 9, because the people that I talk to, about this generation, they hate it, right? And I understand where the hate comes from because we came from the previous generation, Generation 8, where you could switch into attacks multiple times and get slow momentum into some hitters and start doing damage, right? You can't do that in Generation 9. Generation 9 is just who can hit harder, band for band, you know what I mean? Things cannot, Pokemon can freaking 2-hit KO more than ever. And this is without Z moves, this is without Mega Evolution, just the Terra mechanic, being able to change your typing, has been an insane revelation to the way we play Pokemon, because we're so used to, the base typing of Pokemon, and now you have Terra at your disposal, right? You have Terra at your disposal, and freaking, you just change the identity of the Pokemon as a whole, right? Offensively, it gives you new, coverage, or just make your stabs hit super, super hard. Defensively, you can like resist things better, if not be immune to, incoming attacks and things like that. And like it takes a really, really skilled player to predict that, And is it kind of BS? Sure. It's fun though. And like, coming from Generation 8, where games are, played out with, teleport this and scald burn that, I've come to enjoy it, but I'm watching more and more of my people, right? I'm watching more and more of my people freaking, not play this generation anymore. You guys know who you are, by the way. I don't have to, ruin that surprise or anything or any of that nonsense. But, it's just been hard. Like, there's no point in me continuing to play this generation if the majority of my friends are not playing this generation, right? Okay, they're doing low tier. I'm not really a fan of low tier, but like, this special format is low tier with a twist, which I'll explain whenever, it's time for me to reveal the team and the league and things like that. Oh, by the way, for those that are like super, super curious, you can like in the thumbnail, the thumbnail may or may not give it away. Like I made the thumbnail purposely to hint at what is, to come for this year. Literally, like I haven't signed up for any other league. Literally the special league I was invited to, I haven't signed up for anything else. I literally haven't signed up for anything else. Like my heart and soul will go into this league, both battling wise, trying to win, and making good content as a nice, send off to an ode to Generation 9 as it is. Because like I don't hate this generation. It's just that because so many of my friends do, it's just like it's hard because you want to play with your friends and things like that. But like if they're all very anti-Gen 9, I'm just here chilling by myself. And that's, I've gotten used to that. I've gotten used to that feeling of, just chilling and doing my own thing and not worrying about what other people are doing. But at the same time, it's just like, well, they're also leaving not because the generation isn't, fun for them, but like there's other games to play. And like the meta for the most part has pretty much been solved-ish, in my opinion. Like, because like for example, Generation 8 solved. That is a solved metagame on two reasons. One, they banned Dynamax, and two, when they banned Spectrier. Those two over-centralizing things, once you ban those two over-centralizing things, you're good. You're good. Like, every league plays out the same. You know what I mean? Like, there's no debates on, oh, this is tiered incorrectly, this is way too cheap, this is way too expensive. No, that's not the case in Gen 8. Gen 9, it's a little bit more like loosey-goosey on what things are allowed and things like that. Like, look at this. Like, I'm in like PBA and freaking they're allowing, Flutter Mane. It's supposedly baby boomers, but they're allowing freaking Necrozma Dusk Mane. They let Dashing Sceptile and Nova Blader like pick that nonsense up. Like, come on now. How is that? How are we gonna, you know what I mean? Like, make that make sense, But at the end of the day, like, I will always be a fan of both Generation 8 and Generation 9 draft. Is it the nostalgia of me, like, playing those metas entirely from start to finish? Yes. Is it because that I haven't played a Generation 7 draft or 6? Well, CDL doesn't really count. It's like that was just a I don't want to remember CDL. That was rough. But yeah, I'm gonna be a little biased towards it. So I'm giving it one more shot. And this league, this invite only league, is the way for me to, get through that and whatnot. It is. Push this over there. Push this over there. What else? I mentioned, the live streaming. So like in terms of live streaming, I want to finish Grand Canyon University, and then then I'll do another dynasty for that, right? And yes, the other dynasty is gonna be on NCAA 11 on the PS2 again. Why? Well, even if I had, an Xbox Series X or a PS5, NCAA 25 wasn't that good. To be honest, the more you dive into it, the features were cut. It felt a little different from Madden 25, but it wasn't completely different. There were some things that, it's still, at the end of the day, in terms of, first of all, I don't do Road to Glory. So the fact that, Road to Glory, gives you obnoxious, punishments and things like that for, your social life and your academics and things like that, that's just a mess, right? Our RTGs are a mess. Dynasty specifically, it can get recruiting isn't that simple. It's more complex, and even when you finally figure out how to recruit and manage your budget properly, right? At the end of the day, a bigger school is going to steal your recruit. And the transfer portal is only gonna, do so much as well. So I don't know. The gameplay is great. Don't get me wrong. It makes for great content and aesthetically and things like that. But you also gotta consider myself being able to navigate through the menus and learning how to maximize my recruiting budget and things like that. I just love the system that the PS2 recruiting, gives me and things like that. Is it because I've done it so many times? Yes, but it's still so much fun to just, see what potential players could be that could come in for the next season and things like that. That's always been exciting, right? Back in those days, the transfer portal was completely different. But if you're good enough, you don't have to use that. You don't have to use it, but it's a nice treat. Whenever you're not. How do I say this? The transfer portal, the old transfer portal was nice in a sense of okay, you're a you're a G5 trying to make a name for yourself, and now you got these Power 5 players coming in, right? And it's random. It's random. Nothing you can do is going to influence it. You just have to hope and pray. And then when that prayer is answered, it's one of the most satisfying things. Really. It really is. And I think that's just that. It makes me it just makes NCAA 11 be playable, right? Other PS2 games I have that I thought about, doing for, to uploading and things like that. Thought about, the games I have. Let's see, we got backyard, baseball, football. We got backyard basketball. We got MVP 07 college baseball, NCAA baseball, right? Even Juiced. I'm gonna see if I can go into, GameX Center by my house, see if they have Need for Speed Carbon. Do a playthrough of that. That's my favorite Need for Speed out of all the Need for Speeds. because I've beaten it on. I mean, I've beaten it on PC and things like that. But I really don't feel like downloading and emulating it on PC and things like that. I remember like when Pirate Bay was still alive. I remember like I ran it on a DVD-ROM or something. I torrented it. Excuse me, I torrented. But I think doing it on I think it would be really nice to get to redo that story on PS2, just for the nostalgia and things like that. Cause like for the most part, like my repertoire outside of Pokemon is mostly sports games and things like that. So for the PS2s and things like that, I don't know if I'm gonna do any dynasties outside of the college ones. In terms of like, cause like I feel like more, it feels more personal when you do a college dynasty as opposed to a professional sports dynasty, and it's because like the players are yours and only yours. So like, you can like make the story as cool as it is per se. So like you have a bigger emotional attachment. I'm gonna have a bigger emotional attachment to Tony Johnson as my QB1, for Grand Canyon University, as opposed to, doing a New York Giants dynasty with, Eli Manning as my quarterback, and the people, even the people that do like, professional sports dynasties, playthroughs and things like that, they don't get attached to the real life NFL players as much. They really get attached to the college, prospects, the rookies that come in, that generate into the game. Because at the end of the day, those are rookies that only they themselves can get on that save file, and that's more personal to them. That's a more memorable way of doing it. Can we just look at how goofy Terra Fairy Volcanion is? I'm not gonna lie, yo. The freaking heart in the center of the ring. I just can't. This game is so unserious. But I mean, it's at the end of the day, man. Like, yeah, I'm thankful that I hit 150. And I don't know if I'm gonna do a 150 sub special, because like again, somebody could easily like unsub from this right now and bring it down to 149. But like at the time of recording this, I hit 150, and I'm happy with just being a small creator for the time being. I do this draft league stuff because like I have one championship like 4 years ago, and I just want one more, and then I can retire in the sunset and stuff like that, and that would be really nice, and then I can play the games that I want to play on my free time and things like that, and just show you guys, who I am as a person. That's really what this is, to be honest. Yeah, it's gonna be this league. I promise you, this league's this league is gonna be insane. Like there's so many talented players, plus myself, plus there's like the divisions are crazy, right? My division, yeah, we took a while to draft, and I saw the jokes. I'm not naive to this, okay? But you know what I'm saying? We got some hitters. There's hitters in my division. You know what I mean? Again, there's 4 divisions of players, and like, I think my division is probably the division of death, if I were to say it. But I love a good challenge. It forces me to play better and things of that nature. It really does. Man. So we gonna see, man. We are going to see. We gonna see what 2025 brings us. So far it's been pretty quiet. So I just wanted to update you guys on what we have in store for this year, and it's just those 2 major things. But with that, it's been your boy Eli the Rebel. I will catch you guys when it's time to reveal the new league. Peace!